Listen, cancel culture is groupthink mentality. It doesn't have to do with allowing somebody else to make their own decision about somebody. It's saying, join us in this waging of a cancellation war against this particular person because of something they said. A ton of people are in outcry over this comment that I made about Pink, how I'm like, she shouldn't have lied. I would rather know what she's thinking than her not say anything at all. A lot of people are just like, but she has to be prepared for the consequences of that and this and that. And it's like, cancel culture is created by the left. Like this whole idea that something that somebody does has to be canceled, it's totally different than like a boycott over a fundamental value. You're talking about canceling a person, not a company, not something that's like producing goods that is doing it unethically or whatever it might be. Very different than canceling an individual for a statement that they're making. A while back, Cocomelon Lane came out and one of the children had same-sex parents. And I made a video that was like, just for your awareness, Cocomelon Lane has same-sex parents in one of the episodes. A lot of the comments were like, why are you even saying this? Like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't know, just to offer people awareness. A lot of people already know whether or not they want their kids watching something with that type of content. So it's just like, okay, just so this is present. I didn't need to sit there and be like, nobody watch Cocomelon Lane. Like, you need to boycott the show. You need to do this. You need to do that. Like, I don't need to lead a brigade. I don't need to lead this war of cancellation, of angst and like righteous anger or whatever against it. Personally, I think men are a really great source for that. I think that women can tend to be emotional and not do so in a super logical way. I do delegate that to men. I delegate it to men to protect us. I delegate it to men to be the shining lights, shining examples in the community. Call me old-fashioned. But if you want me to stand here and say nobody listened to Pink anymore because she said this awful thing, insensitive, something that Charlie would have encouraged everybody to laugh about, have a sense of humor about it, whatever. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you should do. I think that's the problem with our society. Everybody's looking to everybody else to tell them what to do. No, I believe that you can make that decision for yourself. You don't need me to tell you. Who am I to tell you how to live? I'm going to share my experience. I'm going to share what I think. I'm going to share what I'm, choosing to do or what I think about a situation. But this whole concept of like, no, we should be canceling her. There are consequences to what she says. Share the awareness. People don't need to be convinced. I think that somebody saying that Pop Goes the Weasel should have been played at somebody's funeral who was murdered is right, obviously very insensitive, and I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to figure out how a normally functioning human being might feel about that type of comment.